What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Everybody in the last video asked for it, so here I am. I'm out in that party shack, hippie shack, whatever the heck this thing is. I'm out in it. I'm doing a solo overnight in this thing. Unfortunately, I did not bring Killian with me. He will be back on the channel. He proved to be an excellent addition to the camps. However, it's going to get down into the low 20s tonight, and I'm just camping under this thing, which doesn't have a ton of wind protection. So yeah, I've got to be careful with Killian, and he's still a bit green when it comes to the camping scenario. So we're going to ease him in to more and more adventurous camps. I've got some hot tent camps kind of planned, and so you will definitely see him again. He'll be back soon. However, for tonight, I am gonna camp overnight in the shack. I'm gonna have myself a nice fire. We're gonna cook up a special dinner. I'm gonna see if I can help make a couple improvements to the shack or add to it in any way. I'm gonna use the drone to try to get to 2 different camping spots, but they're only accessible by boat, which means that I will be using the canoe to get there. So we're gonna have ourselves some nice beers. We're gonna take it all in and enjoy nature, but before I do any of that, I've gotta take a little nip off of the old banana flask. Woo! Oh yeah. Goodness sakes. That is Monkey Shoulder. It's a scotch that I feature on the channel from time to time. Really love this stuff. Glad to have gotten through the rest of that fireball. Woo! All right, let's get into it. Now, normally I would not leave things in an area, but especially not a public area. I try to follow a principle that is called leave no trace. If you are familiar with it and you follow it, good for you. If you don't, that means that when you're out in natural areas, especially public areas, that's not your own private property, that when you go out there and you spend time, then you should leave minimal evidence that you were out there and anybody could see it. So you're not impacting the place. This place is built, it's big, it's not going anywhere, so I think it's probably bringing people a lot of joy, so we're going to make an exception in this case. Yeah, so I brought a hand broom so that we can get some of the sandy stuff cleaned up here, and I'm going to leave this behind so other people can use it too. Well, it's just such a big improvement right away. Well, that's a little bit of an improvement anyway. I do need to take advantage of the daylight that I have left because I do have a limited amount of daylight in order to be able to get this drone footage. I can't fly that drone at night, and I can't see anything at night, so yeah. So we definitely want to do that. But before I get into that any further, I'm just going to show you a little bit of a tour around this place because it's super, super cool. So it looks like somebody has put a tote under here so that you can put your cans down here, which means probably, I'm guessing somebody's coming back and collecting these cans, which is nice. Hopefully that is the case. This thing is decorated. It's like a Jimmy Buffett paradise or something. Just really, really cool looking. I mean, I got to give it to him. Some kind of flotation stuff and some ropes and stuff over here. Very cool. Another tarp back here. I'm not planning on using it. We'll see what happens. Some additional boards kind of laying around. I don't know what people are doing with this barrel, but it's here and then some other containers and different stuff. Back here, another flotation device off to the side. Let's go ahead and get that. Go ahead and grab that from out of the bush there. We'll go ahead and toss that into our, go ahead and toss that in there where it belongs. And then somebody has built up these big walls, which is really cool. That is just cool. It's great. And there's your view looking out on the lake. Tiki torch here. And a painting of a duck. And then hats. Another tiki torch, another hat. And then some flotation stuff and some beads and everything. Of course, don't want to forget what country you're in. So yeah. And then they've just done a really pretty good job of securing like a tarp roof over top and a tarp back. And so we are going to be sleeping right around in here somewhere. So I'm going to put that to the side for the night, and then I'll put it back tomorrow. As you can see, it's definitely quite cold. So yeah, all right, well, ran into some issues with the drone. It's a lot of area to cover, and already came out and tried to do this once and had to turn around and call it quits and reschedule because
low battery warning.
Okay. Already came out here once, tried to do this and had to reschedule because I had some issues with the drone. I can definitely get some footage of the area around my camp and around the shack, and I can also go ahead and come back at a later time and get this drone footage I'm looking for, and then I can insert it here. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the spots that I was talking to you about. About 1.5 miles east from the shore of the peninsula I'm camping on sits an uninhabited island. Unfortunately, this is as close as I could get with my drone. This island has a rich and interesting history. It houses several abandoned buildings, including a defunct lighthouse. Interestingly, a massive crane sits unused, rusting on the island's shore. Because of the risk of hypothermia from capsizing potentially far from shore, I'd need to wait for warmer temperatures to camp here. Alternatively, in the opposite direction and quite close to the shoreline is a small archipelago. Multiple uninhabited islands with small beaches would make for a scenic camp and give me plenty of area to explore. From what I've heard, people camp here regularly, and some primitive structures have been built. It's a favorite with local boaters. This archipelago has been on my bucket list for some time. I couldn't tell if camping was technically allowed in either of these spots, but that's never stopped me before. At any rate, we're going to camp in the shack. We're going to have ourselves a nice night. I'm going to cook up some great dinner, and let's get back to camp. Our next step here is going to be going ahead and getting a fire going because I'm hungry and I want to cook up some grub. And I think the way I'm going to go ahead and add to this shelter is I'm going to just go ahead and build them up a nice big pile of firewood, so the next person who comes along has plenty of pre-processed firewood to work with. Not really supposed to burn plastic and cans and stuff like that, but that's okay. We'll take this with us. Whew, it is getting cold. Oh yeah, that's why I didn't bring the dog tonight. But don't worry, you will see the dog soon enough. Don't you worry about that. Now somebody might want this, so I'll go ahead and put it in this bucket over here. Got a subscriber who sent this knife to me. Guy's name is George, and he's a super nice guy. I messaged with him in the Patreon. But yeah, very cool. He saw that when I was in Washington, I left my knife, accidentally fell into the campfire, and the handle burned up and everything. So it's a very nice, very thoughtful gift from George. So I figured the least I could do was use it in the channel here. So thank you, George. Thank you very much. I'll definitely put it to good use. I appreciate that. Basically, all this stuff was kind of left on top here, which is fine. We'll put it to use, make good use of it. it's a really cool area. It's just not, you know, it's not really remote. It's a mile and a half from the car, and it is what it is. It's a fun place to spend a night for sure. So. This milk crate is empty. It's not being used for anything. So I'm going to go ahead and get this filled up with some kindling to start. freaking A. Okay. Whew. You know, that is a lot of firewood, a lot of kindling, but yeah, I'm just really touched by how people kind of, everybody seems to have come along and added little things to this, and nobody's torn it down or, you know, I don't know, been mean-spirited about it. So just something about that is really nice to see. I don't know if I can articulate it exactly well, but I wanted to add something to it. So I brought a broom, and I bought enough firewood that somebody else could easily camp here overnight and not have to worry about it. But now I need firewood of my own. So yeah, now I gotta go get some more stuff and build this back up so I can cook. I'm getting tired, man, but I'm also getting hungry. So whew, I need to eat. It's time to cook. All right, next step, let's get that fire built back up. Let's do it. Please tell me I was recording. Oh, thank God. All right, while I'm waiting for that fire to become manageable, I'm gonna go ahead and give George's knife a little bit of a run through and see how it works. Beautiful. All right, now I've never been particularly good at this. And I don't think I'm going to be getting any good at it. It's not bad. I mean, it's not terrible. Yeah, well, I've never been the best at doing feather sticks, but that seems to be a very, very qualitative knife, and thanks, George. Also, shouted him out before, but dude named Larry, another subscriber, sent me this axe, hatchet. I know people don't like it when you call a hatchet an axe, but fun fact, a hatchet is an axe that's meant to be wielded in one hand. So all hatchets are axes, but not all axes are hatchets. Just a little fun fact for you. Anyway, I am super, super lucky to have a really, really supportive subscriber base. Both Larry and George are members over at Patreon. So I appreciate both of you guys very, very much. Speaking of Patreon, I just wrapped up the second part of me and Mrs. Banana's vacation vlog in Washington State. We're in Olympic National Park. Go through some rainforests. Those are really, really pretty. There's moss covering everything. And then take a big walk on a couple of coastal beaches up there that are just look like Lord of the Rings or something. I mean, it's crazy how beautiful that western Washington is and that Olympic Peninsula. So big thank you to you guys, and it's really important to me. Nobody should ever feel pressured to sign up for Patreon, and if you do sign up for it, and if you do want to help support me over there, then there's extras, there's goodies. There's vacation vlogs with Mrs. Bananas, there's blooper reels, there's like extra kind of behind the scenes and just different things I'm working on, and I update that pretty regularly, and I answer instant messages and all that good jazz. So I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's watching the video. I usually do this at the end of my video, but I quit my job at the end of October. October 31st was my last day at the job, and it was a great job, and I love all of those people over there. But I really wanted to give this a try, and so far it's going okay. I can support myself doing this, so I'm very excited, and every single one of you who watches these videos helps make that happen for me. And I don't know, I just really want to say thank you. So I appreciate it. Don't forget to click that banana. Okay, tonight I'm going to be doing chicken fajitas. This is a massive chicken breast, probably way too big. There's my hand for a bit of scale. This thing, the way I do, hang on a second. The way I do meat is I bring it out frozen, and then I just let it naturally thaw over the day. This, I guess it's winter, so it's It's frozen. So we're gonna put it somewhere close to the fire so it can get some ambient heat, but not actually cook. Did I already say that I was doing chicken fajitas? Losing track of what I'm talking about. Jeez. Yeah, probably could smell that food. You ain't getting any. Oh my god, the veggies are frozen. Goodness sakes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut that correctly. We're definitely eating all of these. There's no question about that. I have no idea how this is going to go. It's a frozen avocado. If I lose the avocado, if I run out of avocado, if I ruin the avocado, that is okay. It's not the end of the world. That is a victory. Woo! I did it! I did it! I did it, baby! Come on, shake your body, baby, do that chunk. I know you can't control yourself any longer. It's not the prettiest thing, that's for sure. It's definitely not the prettiest. It's not gonna win a beauty pageant. Oh, that is messy. That is messy. Messy as all get out. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Everybody, what a break down. Yes. Ooh. Simple pleasures. Oh my gosh. That is the bomb. Yes, sir. Good night. I just reviewed the footage and realized I was hanging halfway off the mat when I was filming. I'm firmly on the mat now. Everything's good. I'm about as warm as can be. Tucked in cozy for the night, and I will check back with you guys in the morning. Thank you so much for watching, and check back with you soon. Good night, everybody. That was not a terrible night's sleep at all. I know I keep saying this. I did bring a breakfast and coffee and all that stuff, but I don't know, I just feel really motivated to just get out of here and hit the trail. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. So we're gonna tear this down, pack it up, and I'll check back with you guys in just a second here. I almost forgot to show you guys. If you saw the last video, then you already know this. You never know if this is someone's first video or not. So the last time I was here, we opened this little mailbox dealie that says "Open Me," and it's pretty cool. It's got a plastic bag with a notebook in here. So you can see people are coming out here quite often. All right, everybody. That is another one in the books. I truly hope you enjoyed this video. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you for watching this video. You all make it possible for me to do this. I'll be back soon, and we'll catch you on the next one, everybody. Bye now.